So today we're going to be looking at strikers, and I thought I'd try it in a different way. Now it's the same tier list. We've obviously got the top meta, the very usable, the usable, Evo, and miss. I've tried to include some of the players that might actually be a miss, because what I've found in myself doing is just picking literally the top and medium cards and that's it. These are strikers from across a lot of the generations of the promos, and also if you want to actually do it and see what other people think, it's kind of like a live thing, so I'll leave it in the description so you can go onto it yourself. All you've got to do is click one of the buttons and it will put them in. Naturally, once you've put them in, you cannot take them back out, so make sure that if you want to skip them or kind of come back to them, you can. For instance, for this CR7, personally for me as a 90, I would say he needs to be in the Evo. This is really cool as well that they do end up being here. Obviously, like we say, you can't go past it once you're on the next one. So I thought it'd just be something a little bit more fun to do. Dalglish, quite an easy one. We're going to go with an Evo. There's going to be a few that probably do get to this Evo point. Like we said, we've got a lot of the kind of medium tier here. I'd probably miss out on this Drogba now, to be honest. Hugo we'd miss out on. Sesko would miss out on because we have got a bigger upgrade. We have got Evo. I'd miss a Forlan. Fowler obviously has got a better card now as well. Ooh, Gakpo, he doesn't have anything else, does he? I'm pretty sure, he's got a showdown 90. Was that it? You got a showdown 90? EA, come on, 200k, power shot, quick step. I mean, you could have been better, to be honest. It's questionable, but realistically, because he's got the showdown, I'd probably go a miss. Ginola, you could go with an Evo for him. I think because of how his other version is, I don't really class him as a striker in this Immortals version because we've got no shooting playstyle pluses here. You got the incisive pass, which is fantastic. Obviously the technical some people like and press proven, but no shooting. So he's kind of more of a winger slash cam. So I haven't even kind of put him in that category, to be fair. We have Guy Carez as a 91. I mean, to be fair, looking at him now, he could be a decent Evo in the future. I know he has got a 92. If you've not bothered with him, with Mia Hamm, you are going to have that card Evo'd as an 89. No, as an Evo 89, like we'll see with R9. Outrageously good, even just an absolute sublime card. Isak's got a better version. I don't really like Kluivert. Kolomawane, did he have anything else? I feel like he's kind of just went, oh, of course he did. He had this SBC, but then we had the Evos that were better for him. So he's kind of had the 88. He's obviously moved to Juventus. We haven't had anything from the Serie A at the minute. Whether he's really done enough yet, I don't think he has. But we will see. So I'll probably miss out on him, to be honest. Lookman's going to miss out. Morgan probably going to miss out. Nunez, actually, he's one that I feel like he got obviously an upgrade to the 92, but he really had nothing since. He's got the rapid finesse, so he'll be another one that in the future, once he gets the Evo on that card, will be outrageous. A lot of these, to be honest, will be kind of just kept in the bin, really. R9, it's going to be the same. Like, I mean, he could possibly be top meta, to be honest, even on that version. Not really going to see a lot of these. I'd probably say, ooh, you could still get away with Smith. She's a very, very good striker. Sanchez, no. Son, you could get a bit of usability from that version specifically. Don't like Tevez this year. I don't know what it is. It's just not had a card that personally has appealed to me, to be honest. Van Nistelrooy, Van Persie, no. Delpy in the Ultimate Succession, probably no. Butra, not a bad card. Whether you'd want to, you could put the finesse plus. The hard thing is because of what we got with the season, where you could have had a quadruple playstyle plus, he's not a bad option you could go with. It's obviously his best version. I'd go usable. Neymar Jr. as a striker. Now, I do like him more as a left wing. Until he gets into like a footies card, he is better on the kind of left wing cam role. So as a striker, I'd go usable for the ability, but realistically, he's going to be more of a very usable top meta in a winger option. So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for Eldorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics, and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with Eldorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. We then have a lot more misses. Got Rooney in there with Smith, not really feeling. Bit of Bale. I mean, you could get away with a 92 still, probably. I would say you'd still get away with that 92. Cantona, not as much, I don't think. Griezmann, I think, would be about the same. I don't really fancy that 92 Lewandowski, to be fair. I think Martinez could be in the usable. Leao is outrageous. He has got a better version, so you would be looking for an Evo in that version. The team of the season is going to be outrageous for him as well. I'm going to skip Firmino, skip Kerr, skip that Alvarez. I mean, it is Mbappe. Like, pretty much every version of Mbappe, to be honest. I know a lot of people don't really rate the gold anymore. I still think Mbappe is Mbappe. He is just one of them players that just doesn't get any worse. He's just one of them to me. As a striker with Messi, I wouldn't say top meta, but I think if he got the upgrade, he would be. Raul, you could still get a bit of use if you get that Evo with him. Rashi, I'd say the same as well. I'd probably be looking at both versions for him there. This version of Cruyff, what are they actually coming in at now? Because these are the cards I've not really seen for a long time now. We've got 494 for this Cruyff. I can imagine a lot of them, if we go, not push gas, it would be another top end. Would we go, what about Pele's base card? Because I know he's obviously had more versions. 915, wow. I know Eusebio's had loads of other cards as well, so 270. So yeah, it'd probably be about what I would say. I'd say with Cruyff, you could argue that he'd be dropped down one, but I think that specific version would still be outrageous. When you look at Dalglish, again, another one that is incredible. I would say this specific 93 would be dropping down now, in my opinion. I think Bale holds on to a little bit. I do like this Dalglish, but he does have a stunning version in that 94. So I'd go usable just knowing what cards are coming. Eto'o would obviously go in the very usable. Mia Hamm. See, the 93 is good, but it's one playstyle plus. I mean, she's still going to come in at a little bit of a price, but I would say you're going to have, like we see with this one, having the evolution count. She's only a couple off the evolution. Obviously, we have got the 96, so I'd possibly drop her down one as well. Henry doesn't matter the version this year. He's outrageous. Vinny as a striker, you could argue. Same as Bobby Charlton. This version of Haaland, now Haaland has took a massive step back in terms of his team of the season compared to most years. To say that his team of the season a week after is coming in at 290 is crazy. It's just absolutely blown the water of a lot of these cards. Now, don't get me wrong, I still think the card is very good. You can definitely get a solid amount of use out of him, but it is interesting to see where the dynamic has kind of changed. We then see Mia Hamm. This version of Kane I'd possibly put down a little bit. Same with the push gas. I don't think it'd be absolutely at that top. Obviously CR7, R9. I mean, these are very easy ones, to be honest. You can just get away with them, to be fair. Mbappe, it's Mbappe. Pele, R9 again. Sure, definitely a little bit low. She does have two different versions, so we will be seeing both coming into play. You obviously got the 111,000. She was a nice striker. I think she had a really good one last year, but the 97's most definitely taking the cake on this one. Quadruple playstyle plus, let alone that. The low driven, which it seems to be a pretty good one. Aerial, which is what it is. First touch, fantastic, and a bit of a quick step. Not a bad card to say the least, in my opinion. Smith obviously keeps at the top. I mean, maybe an evolution for Balotelli, but I think we're holding on massively to him there. We're not seeing many of these just because they've got better versions now. Cunha could be an evolution. I think because of how weird his version is of his team of the season, he could be. Tell would be another one. Watkins I'd drop off now. Werner would be another evolution. Chawinga's got a much better version, same as Hernandez. Duran. Culliman. Ooh, in fact, that's the one thing. Some of these players might be higher rated. So Culliman is actually a 93. So he's had a little bit of an upgrade, but nothing too crazy. He is a 5-star now. So you could argue a little bit more. I'd possibly go in the very realms of a usable. Nunez, I can imagine there's another one that's probably gone up. He's gone up to a 92, 4-4 still, a little bit of stats upgrade, nothing too crazy. Again, you might get some use. I'd go more evolution because it's going to be better for him in my opinion. Pop is a no. Stoichkov, I'm going to say no, unfortunately. I just think they could have gone better with that card. Vardy is a potential. I think evolution because he's in that 91, but because he's got a better version, it's questionable. Govu, I'd go unusable. I think heroes, they really need to step up their game on this one. With Skip Havertz, I quite like him, to be honest. I think with the quick step and the finesse, he's got the two very good playstyle pluses you need. Stats are there. He may not have the triple, but he's within distance of it. I think you could still get a good amount of use out of him, to be honest. Now, he's obviously going to come up against a lot of team of the season, so whether you think he's just as good, it's questionable. Same with Lineker. I think he's another one, but I would say I have possibly preferred Keane, in my opinion. Pichon's going down there. Ooh, Smolarek is the 5-5, isn't he, with the low driven. You could get maybe a bit of use. Thuram, didn't really like the version, to be honest. He's getting another version coming out soon. Like I said, weren't a fan of Tevez, not a fan of Van Basten. Sasic a little bit more. CR7, obviously. Dalglish, obviously. Dumbier, I'd go into the very usable. That was like the biggest kind of like kickoff that we saw with them. They were the range for like a whole 3 weeks, 2 weeks, where we was waiting for them to come out, and then we released them, and then nobody talked about them. Now, obviously, we're talking about more these versions, but they are just kind of like the talk of the town, and they're gone. It was quite literally a put it in play, and then it's completely gone. We do have two versions of Drogba. We have 642 and 92. Now, obviously, the 93 Drogba is outrageously good. I would say this version specifically, you could definitely get a bit of use out of him, but he would be questionable. We do have Endrick as the 93. Another very good card. Surely got to be due an upgrade at some point. I'd go usable just because we've still got all the team of the seasons to come at this point. Gomez, obviously Rashi. I think Rashi's an upgraded one as well, actually. He is a 95. Wow. I was going to say Rashford in this game is crazy, crazy good. If you can get a quick step or rapid on that card, it doubles his price. Like, genuinely, how good this card is. He is just amazing. Greasy will definitely want a team of the season from him. Sammy Kerr's there. Alvarez is there. Liao finally puts himself back on the map again. Haaland would be in there, same as Marmouche. Son, I'd stay the same. Wilson with a 94. I'd keep her there for the moment. We then have a couple of others I'd get rid of. Guy Crescent go usable. Henry in his 92. I mean, he's very good. Would I go top meta? I don't know if I'd go top for the 92, but definitely up there. Has Rasmus been upgraded as well? No. Oh, there's Dream Chasers. I mean, you got to be an Evo, and even then, are you really Evoing him? Gerd Muller is the 94. You get a bit of use out of him, to be honest. I'd miss Solskjaer. Werner, obviously, with another upgrade. Got to take it. Kane, again, coming in with a bit more. Same as Lewandowski. Obviously, Mbappe. Peugeot, I'd go usable. I'd say usable. Prince, no way. Raul, yes, please. Shaw with the 93 was a little... I'd probably miss, just because I know she's got a team of the season. And to be honest, that team of the season, it really isn't that expensive, to be honest. At 469... I'd much rather go for that version specifically, personally. And you got 22,000 for the 90. It's just not happening. Avia, no thank you. El Jabba, no thank you. Bale, obviously going up to the top. Same as Henry. Same as R9. Evo for Zola. Definitely Evo for Zola. Now we get into some of the team of the seasons. I don't know how many we've got left, but I feel like there's a few. This is kind of now the catch-up side of stuff. So let me know where you get from here. I'm always interested to see, but... if we're kind of going through a lot of these now, it would be kind of a bit more of a quick fire. We got Sesko. We got you. Harder. I mean, price-wise, is phenomenal. I don't think she's going to be worth the price in comparison to your Bales, your Henrys. Like, maybe rating-wise you could get her at the bottom, but I'm going to go for more the very usable. I thought she was good, but if you've ever tried to use, like, the first time you've used a very high-rated R9, CR7 Mbappe, they're normally breathtaking. She was very, very good as a striker, but no more than a lot of these, to be honest. Katoto's decent. Really like Topenda. Pop, I would possibly even miss out on her, to be honest. She weren't that great. She's obviously cheap, which kind of makes it a little bit more for me. Turland, decent. Obviously has the rapid and the finesse. Jamie Vardy's got a very questionable one. If he got the finesse instead of that power shot, I would put him at the top of the top of the top. Everything about this card is outrageously good, but I really want that finesse. It's the only thing that, personally, for my game style, is what really counts. Talisca, I liked, didn't think he was crazy. Banzer, I didn't like at all. Hugo is great for the price. In terms of a cheap, on-beat striker, outrageously good. Guriassi, little bit under him if we're being brutal. Kane obviously goes into the top. Oshiman obviously goes into the top. I liked Russo. Schick was actually decent enough, to be honest with him. Obviously, Shaw, again, one of the better strikers we've seen. Don't know if I'd quite go top meta. I think maybe if she was the first week, she possibly would be because she's in there. But realistically, she's kind of just in that bottom drawer a little bit. De Jong, not as much. Kind of go in there. Haaland puts himself in that usable, but I'd say Isaac's definitely taken that seat, really. Matteo, beautiful striker. Cunha, like we said, as a striker, much better. Chris Wood would be dropped down. Dembele would definitely be up there. And I think now we're on to the Immortals, where you'd possibly look at an Evo for Hernandez. Pele would go to the top. Rooney, I'd go very usable light. And same with Smith. Eusebio goes to the top. Ham goes to the top. And that is everybody. Like I said, if you want to check out the list in your form, look at the description. There will be a live link for this. You can do it yourselves, and I can check on what people have possibly done for themselves as well. So leave it down below in the comments. I'll catch you all for the next time, and let me know what positions you'd like to see next. Peace.